Hi everybody, welcome to week 4 in our course, and this is paper number 1 week. So the workload could be considered somewhat light because your main focus should be on your paper. Hopefully you have been following the writing process and you have engaged in pre-writing activities, and hopefully you will begin to draft your paper so that way you will have enough time to revise your paper. Revision is by far the most important step. You want to work hard to turn in a quality finished project. So for this week, obviously we do not have a discussion board and you do not have a journal entry. You do have a quiz on editing and style because this will actually help you to do this reading and consider whether or not you make some of these common mistakes in your writing. That way you would be able to catch them and fix them before turning in your final project. So I strongly recommend that you read through those 2 handouts and take the quiz prior to submitting your paper. All of the the instructions for paper 1 is found under the assignments tab, which you should be familiar with by now. This paper really should be about 2 pages, should not be too much longer than that. You want to make sure also that you are attaching a link that works to your article, so I have access to it. And you want to begin this paper using the sample outline that I provided for you. It's very important that you have a solid introduction with a very clear thesis statement stating whether or not you feel the author effectively used Toulmin or did not effectively use Toulmin. So this is a very basic thesis, but it's one that needs to be strong. You cannot say, well, maybe parts did, parts didn't. I want you to make a firm decision on whether or not the Toulmin method was used effectively in your selected editorial article. So, make sure you also include then, after your introduction, a summary of your article. I have attached a very brief PowerPoint that explains how to write a proper academic summary. After that, the remainder of the paper should be your analysis. And with your analysis, you are looking at how the writer uses or does not use the Toulmin method effectively. So you also need to supply a definition for the Toulmin terms, which is in the attached handout. So you want to explain to the audience what a claim is, what is the definition of a reason. You may use your textbook definitions for this. You do not need to cite it. And then you should examine grounds and the warrant. The warrant can be the most tricky. The warrant will not be directly stated in your article. The warrant is something that the audience believes in order to make this a logical argument. So really examine the examples given in the textbook so you can kind of see how the warrant works. So you're not necessarily going to be looking for a word-for-word line in your article, but think about what people need to believe in order to make this argument true. The final thing is your conclusion. You just need a very brief summary, again stating whether or not the author effectively used Toulmin or not, and why you believe this. You should limit your use of I. It should be more second and third person, not first. You want to say things like the author, not I think. Either the author used Toulmin effectively or the author did not use the Toulmin method effectively. Make sure that your paper is double-spaced, 12-point font, something that's readable, such as Times New Roman. 1-inch margins. You should not have extra spaces at all between paragraphs. and this is due by Sunday night at 11:59. It is worth 30 points. Carefully review the attached rubric, and please let me know if you do have any questions. If you'd like to set up a time to meet with me this week, please send me an email letting me know your availability, and I will get back to you on what works for me. Also, on a final note, we do need to start to plan for the research paper. You need to start thinking of topics. I recommend that you use this Issues and Controversies database to begin your research, to spark ideas, read up on something you think that you might want to write about, something that you find interesting, and something that the audience is going to find interesting. So we will definitely get into this in much more detail next week. But for right now, when you need a break from the paper, I would like you to start to think about your topic. You will have to submit a research topic proposal for the following week. So, again, please let me know if you have any questions or problems. I hope you are having a great week. I hope you are enjoying some of the classes that you do have on campus, and that you have been enjoying this nice weather. So, take care, guys. Talk to you soon.